Alright, so we have just had the catch up after the what did we just do? The four of us continue to chat together. The tensions felt from yesterday are completely gone, as if they never happened. May even gets Carrie to laugh. Right, May and Carrie had a fight, but then they got over it and made up. And now we finished out, we're getting back to the slice of life. Gotcha. Eventually, we all go our separate ways as everybody heads to their class or other obligations. I still have some free time. Who do I catch up with? Mayu or Sho? Let's go with Sho, see what he's up to. I'm in the mood for a sweet latte, so I make my way across the campus quad towards a cafe. I don't drink coffee.
Watch out!
I instinctively sidestep and watch a frisbee fly past my head. Three guys approach me and I recognize Sho as one of them.
Broseph? Sorry about that.
Excellent work, Sho. I especially like the part where you did the mid-air twirl and completely whiffed your throw.
That was going to be a legendary move. It just so happens that my fingers were a little sweaty.
Sure.
The two guys glance at each other and then laugh. Wait, don't I have a class with these guys? One of them turns towards me.
Anyway, you okay?
His eyes widen when he recognizes me.
It's the chick magnet!
Yeah, I have a class with these dudes.
You're right!
Wait, what? Where?
They both point at me.
This guy.
This guy?
This guy!
I'm pretty sure they're referring to the first time I met Valerie in class. Hey guys,
You know each other?
Yeah, he's been teaching us how to pick up the ladies.
what?
Don't deny your talents! We've seen you hanging around campus with that blonde bombshell!
Oh yeah, she's our team engineer. Sho perks up.
Oh, you guys mean Valerie?
You know her too?
They both stare at Sho with awe.
Your childhood friend, the girl from gymnastics, and now the engineer chick too?
Damn, Sho!
Sho looks just as perplexed as I do.
What are you guys rambling about?
The pair share a knowing look with each other, then cross their arms and nod.
We have a ways to go.
But one day, we'll reach your level.
Sho shrugs.
Anyway...
He looks at me.
What brings you here, Broseph?
Ah, just heading to the cafe, you.
I was just showing these guys an awesome frisbee throw I saw on MeTube.
Awesome, he says.
They laugh again.
Oh, I'll show you. Watch!
Sho grabs a frisbee and takes a few steps back to give himself space. Then he takes a running start to build momentum, jump spins in the air, and whips the frisbee free. It goes flying. That actually looked pretty cool. Even the other two guys are impressed. The frisbee curves back like a boomerang, but instead of coming back towards us, it heads for a well-dressed older man in a blazer.
Crap! Not again! Watch out!
The man catches the frisbee midair. He looks around and makes a beeline towards us when he spots us. Oh shit.
It was nice hanging out with you, but, we've got class.
Yeah, we'll talk to you guys later.
Wait, where are you going? What about your frisbee?
Keep it!
The two friends speed walk away into the distance.
Cowards!
Sho looks at me, then he gulps. As the man approaches, his eyes widen in surprise. But not nearly as wide as Sho's.
Akio.
Wow, it's a new dude.
Hello, Sho.
Wait a minute. These guys are related. What is his older brother? Wow, this is stuff I haven't kept up on. You two know each other? Sho nods.
This is my brother.
Ah, good guess. All trace of laughter is gone from his voice. He's strangely stiff and formal. It's obvious he's not very comfortable around his brother.
I'm Akio Shinjiro.
Yeah, I'm John Blackthorne. He smiles politely.
What are you doing here?
I'm the guest lecturer for Sino Robotics and the modern business world.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming?
Although Sho's careful to keep any sense of bitterness or disapproval from his voice, it's clear he's not pleased by this surprise. They don't act very brotherly.
I only arrived a few hours ago. I was going to text you after the first lecture.
He smiles.
But since you're here, let's pencil in something for the weekend.
Sho shrugs.
I'll have to check my schedule first.
Yeah, Akio nods.
Of course. Let's say tentative for Saturday.
Sure, but I might be busy.
Then let me know when you can.
Akio looks at me.
You're welcome to join us. I'd like to get to know Sho's friends. He doesn't share much about.
Don't you have a lecture to go to?
Akio sighs. He checks his watch.
Correct. Let's continue this conversation over the weekend.
Bye.
Goodbye.
As Akio disappears into a nearby building, I look at Sho. His jaw is set, and his eyes are clouded. This is really out of character for him. Yeah, your brother, he seems pretty cool. Sho just shrugs. He rarely ever talks about his family, and I guess his family being here still isn't enough to get him to open up about him. You're not exactly yourself around him.
You don't know him like I do.
What do you mean?
He's not as he seems. I don't trust him just showing up out of the blue.
I'm sure he knows his brother best, but I don't get that feeling.
He lives and works in London, so the fact that he's here is very suspicious.
Well, he said he was invited to lecture for a class. Sho doesn't seem convinced.
It's too convenient. And why now?
Regardless, he did come all this way. Aren't you going to at least see him for the weekend? Sho sighs.
Yes, but only because he'll be a nuisance if I don't.
You want me to come on Saturday?
If you want to.
I don't want to intrude.
No, it's fine.
Actually, I think I prefer you coming. Maybe then he'll be on his best behavior.
Yeah, okay. This is getting really awkward. Part of me thinks it would be a bad idea to go, but maybe I can help mediate and smooth things over between them. Sho then says, anyway, I'm going to head off. Yeah, great. Have a good one. Sho nods and heads towards his dorm. I can't help but feel a bit easy from that entire exchange. Beep beep. My phone rings unexpectedly. No, it's Valerie. Hey.
I've got a surprise for you. Come to the hangar.
Oh, what? Oh, of course she hung up. Better go see what this is. After I swipe myself into the hangar, I make a beeline to Eagle. Valerie's perched in front of my terminal, but she jumps up when she sees me. She moves from the terminal and gestures for me to sit.
Voila!
I stare at the scrolling code on the screen. She's gonna stop acting like I can read the stuff. What is this, the Matrix?
It's a manual documentation. It needs to be cleaned up before it can be fully understood, though.
So you called me over to show me something that isn't even finished? She pouts.
If you were even a little bit technical, you'd be able to understand this achievement. Besides, my script is parsing it as we speak. It'll be done in a few minutes.
We wait patiently for her program to finish running. I watch as she keeps an eye on her script. She's confident in her program, yet she keeps glancing at it, exposing the eagerness beneath her calm demeanor. I can't help but wonder, how did you get into engineering?
Girls can't be engineers.
I didn't say that. She laughs.
It's like a puzzle.
Hmm?
Taking things apart and putting it back together, finding new ways to piece everything together to make it a better product. The possibilities are endless, even if we can't see all the solutions just yet.
You just discovered that by accident. She shrugs and becomes strangely aloof.
Things broke around the house a lot. If I didn't fix it, then it would be broken forever.
Why not just buy a new house?
It always worked fine once fixed. Why spend that extra money?
Well, why do you have to fix it? Why not your parents or your brother or something? She frowns in disdain.
My mom couldn't be bothered with things like that. If the computer broke, she'd pretend the problem didn't exist until she needed to use it. Then she'd go and buy a new one because she needed to use it immediately. Money was always tight, and that's why I started trying to fix things. The first thing I ever properly fixed was my bike. I was 15, and my neighbor at the time was a young woman at university. She helped me fix it, and when she learned I was interested in this stuff, she gave me a bunch of how-to books for my birthday.
Well, I guess it was lucky that my dad was pretty handy. He taught me how to take care of things. She grins playfully.
Could have fooled me. Eagle's always a little worse for wear by the time he gets to me. Isn't that right, Eagle?
She coos affectionately at my giant robot. Hey, it's not a puppy. Uh-oh. A sharp beep interrupts our conversation. Valerie whips back towards the screen.
It's done.
Valerie and I both lean in to get a better look at the screen. I turn my head to ask her a question when her hair brushes my cheek. It's soft and smells like flowers. I hadn't realized how close we were to each other until now. Valerie is too focused on the screen to notice. Her slender fingers dance across the keyboard.
Oh, this makes a lot of sense.
What makes a lot of sense?
Why your core only activated that one time? The function of the core was set to debug mode with a single run instance.
Ooh, okay, what?
The overdrive mode was meant to be used for testing purposes, so it was set to only activate once. It means if we can figure out how to change this setting and find out the parameters of activation, you could use the overdrive mode on demand.
Ooh, are you serious?
Yeah! In theory, anyway.
She squints at the code.
That's not even the best part. Here are blueprints with algorithms and formulas.
Wow. She puts a finger to her lip.
It seems to be incomplete, but we might be able to use this and a bit of reverse engineering to fill in the gaps. If we can figure this out, we can understand the details of the core.
Well, can we have this overdrive mode ready for the next round match? Yeah? She taps her lip.
I'm not gonna lie, it'll take some time. There's a lot to fill in here, but I'll give it my best.
Aw. Well, why did Dad include this function for my core, and why didn't he tell me about it? I've got so many questions and too few answers. Alright, so let's keep this a secret.
A secret?
A secret. Yeah, there's no point in letting the team's hopes up when we don't even know if this will work. Plus, I don't want anyone snooping around my gear. I look pointedly at Valerie, and she smiles innocently.
What? That's what brought us together. Are you saying you wish you never met me?
Oh, but one, Valerie, that's more than enough. She smirks.
Don't I feel special?
Valerie gets to work, and I watch her for a while. She's working too fast for me to comprehend what she's doing, and I don't want to interrupt her groove to explain it to me. After a few minutes, she glances back.
You really do like to watch, don't you?
Huh?
First it was Sho and Mayu at the beach, now me.
Hey, I didn't watch them.
So, you just like watching me then? Too bad this isn't that interesting.
After saying goodbye, I leave her to do her thing. I've still got some time before I head home tonight. What do I feel like doing? We just caught up with Valerie. I mean, this would be super awkward. I'd basically be walking into the hangar when she calls me, walking out of the hangar, and then going, oh wait, I've still got time before I gotta go home. Let's walk back into the hangar and see what's up to. Hey, Valerie. I know I just walked out the door, but what are you doing right now? Hey, are you busy?
Yeah, I'm about to go meet a friend for some coffee.
Oh, cool. How awkward, but I've just said hello to you, and now I'm coming back out to go this again. So, who is this friend? Me?
Of course.
Ah, shit, yeah, of course me.
I'll meet you at the cafe, in front of the bookstore.
Haha, I got that first try. Sounds like a plan. I'll see you in a bit.
Au revoir.
I make my way to the cafe. Valerie is waiting for me in a booth by the time I arrive.
It's rude to keep a lady waiting.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got here as fast as I could.
Oh, alright. I'll forgive you then. But only because you were so eager to see me.
She winks at me. Have you ordered yet?
No, I was waiting for a certain someone to get their butt over here.
Oh, so what you're hearing is you want to see my butt. She smirks.
Give me a twirl then.
I put the Maximus in Glutamus Maximus. Without hesitation, I jump to my feet and give her a leisurely twirl. Then I throw in a small waggle for good measure. Valerie works hard to keep a straight face.
That just made the wait worth it.
I knew it would. I flip over the menu and take a minute to read my options. Valerie and I both place our orders, then she pulls out a pencil and a sketchbook. What? Wait, what?
Not me, you.
She puts the sketchbook towards me and grins playfully.
I want you to draw me, like one of your French girls.
Alright. I picked the pencil up awkwardly. I don't even know where to start. I'm not very good at drawing. I haven't really done this before.
That's okay. I'll help you since it's your first time.
She leans onto the table, rests her chin in her hands, and flashes me a warm smile. Taking this as my cue to start drawing, I clumsily trace the pencil around the page. As hard as I try, my uncoordinated fingers cannot illustrate what my eyes see.
Are you done yet?
Valerie speaks through her teeth, trying not to disturb her pose. I continue to sketch. After a few minutes, Valerie tries again.
How about now?
Sure, no. She waits another couple of minutes.
Now?
Hey, hold your horses. It'll be done when it's done. She sighs heavily.
The things I have to do for you.
In case you forgot, you're the one who asked me to draw you. You cannot rush these things. I am an artist.
Shouldn't you be concentrating? What are you doing talking to me?
You're the one talking to me. Hang on.
If you spent more time on your drawing and less time blaming me for things, you'd be done by now.
I glare at her. She winks before returning to her pose. We fall silent as I work on the drawing. Valerie stares confident at me, never looking away when I glance up at her. For some reason this makes me even more nervous. I push away my embarrassment and focus on her features. For all the times I've looked at her, I haven't really seen just how perfectly her features flow into each other. It's the first time I've noticed just how truly beautiful she is, and my face flushes from the thought. The next time I glance up at Valerie, her smile looks more genuine. I knew she saw me blush, and that made me blush even more. After a few minutes, I drop my pencil. Alright, I'm done. Valerie breaks from her pose.
Let me see.
Pushing towards a sketchbook, I wonder if she liked that I drew her. With big old bitties. Nah, it's alright. She stares at the drawing and her eyes grow wide. She grabs the sketchbook off the table and studies it closely. Ah, shit.
This is more than okay. It's really good.
Is it more than shit? I hope it is. I blink. I'd anticipate she'd use a lot of choice words, but good? I was not one of them. Huh?
Yeah, you really captured the eyes. They're so expressive.
Yeah, they look like they're up to no good.
They look like they only do good. All the time.
I've got a long way to go. She continues to look at the drawing. Do you really think it's that good?
Mm-hmm. It's really pretty.
I had a good model. I just drew what I saw. Yeah. Yeah, nailed it. She hugs the sketchbook to her chest and beams. Well, it's good to know that this whole engineering thing doesn't work out. You can always fall back on a modelling career.
I'll keep that in mind.
Her cheeks are tinged pink. I think she's genuinely flattered. Valerie glances at the time and wrinkles her nose. You mean she glances at her watch? Come on, you can't glance at the time. The time isn't anywhere. It's on your watch. It's on a clock. Come on.
I've got class soon.
You don't sound too excited about it.
It's not a fun one.
Which one?
Introduction to art history.
Don't you like art?
I do. And since I also like history, I thought this would be a good choice for one of my electives.
Okay, so why are you disappointed? That sounds perfect.
Well, it turns out that although I like history and I like actually creating art, learning about other people creating art is not as fun.
Well, so watching me create art for you today, it wasn't fun either? She smirks.
That doesn't count. I was part of the creative process.
Yeah. She glances again at the watch and gathers her things.
Okay, I've got to head out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that wasn't too awkward. As we pay for our drinks, we head our separate ways, but not before I catch Valerie fondly sneaks another peek at my drawing. The house is quiet when I get home. Uncle Kaido is still working his crazy hours, and Nikki's probably still at her club. Stifling a yawn, I trudge upstairs. It's been a long day, and all I want to do is relax. As I pass by Nikki's room, I notice her door is closed. I guess she's home after all. I think nothing of it as I hear a deep and extremely male laugh. Oh, wait. I think nothing of it until I hear a deep and extremely male laugh behind Nikki's closed doors. Nikki's giggle shortly follows. Hang on, what is this? There's a boy in Nikki's room, and they're behind closed doors? Oh, fuck that. I burst into a room. Nikki's eyes widen and her mouth drops open. The boy twists to look at me from the chair beside the bed. There's a boy in your room, Nikki!
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Who is this guy? What is he doing here? Nikki leaps from the bed and tries to push me away, but I stay rooted to the ground. Is this Ken? Are you Ken? I turn to the guy, ignoring Nikki pulling my arm. Are you Ken? He freezes like a deer in headlights and stammers out an affirmation.
Yes?
Leave him alone. We're just studying.
Studying? Is that what kids call it these days?
Yes! What? No! Studying as in studying!
She points towards a bed, but I take another look around the room. Nikki's bed is sprawled with books, tablets, and laptops. Ken is holding an open textbook in his lap, a look of pure terror on his face. I'm not fooled. I know underneath this good kid's facade there's a demon just waiting to pounce on my cute, innocent Imoto.
Ken is in my class, and we have an exam next week.
I glare at Ken, who cowers from my stare.
So, now that you know nothing weird is happening, get out!
I cross my arms. I would, but I'm holding a mouse in one hand. Yeah, actually, I think I'll stay and help you two study.
What?
Yeah, whatever you're learning now, I already studied it.
Don't you have your own homework you can do? We're studying fine without you.
Are you sure about that? I think Ken here would appreciate the help. I glare at Ken, who gulps hard and nods.
Actually, it would be an honor to have the help of an ace pilot.
No, it wouldn't.
I narrow my eyes at Ken. Very suspicious. Yeah, fine.
Does that mean you'll leave now?
I never break eye contact with Ken. I'm watching you, so whatever you're thinking, don't think. Ken nods rapidly, clearly shaken.
I won't. I mean, I'm not thinking. I mean, not like that.
I give him one final glare before walking out of the room. Nikki goes back to close the door. Door open. She rolls her eyes.
Fine, if that'll make you stop being crazy.
Before I leave, I make the universal I am watching you sign with my fingers. Ken's eyes widen even further. Whew. Nailed that. Whew. Someone's got to do it. It's a hard job, but hey. Luckily, my room is across from Nikki's. I leave my door open too, while I try to work my assignments. I'm too distracted to focus as I strain to hear what they're talking about. Every so often I hear them repeat a maths formula or compare answers on equations. Maybe they're studying this time. Eventually I give up and I watch TV videos on MeTube. After about 2 hours, Ken goes home. Nikki shuts the door to her room. What's her problem? I'm just doing my job. Now that I can finally focus again, I finish up my assignments and easily fall asleep afterwards.